All right, guys, check it out. I got breaking news. I'll be heading out to SEMA in the morning, but I got breaking news that I wanted to let y'all know about the Dodge Final Call car. This car is going to be an amazing car, guys. And the reason that it's going to be so amazing is that the car is going to make more off the line horsepower than any Dodge car ever, even more than the Demon. You got to realize, guys, that at one time the Demon had what was called torque reserve. By going into torque reserve, that's when the engine would kind of stutter. It would drop off some of the cylinders and you'd hear the bop, 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 bop. Basically what it does is it allows the supercharger to spool itself up. That gives the car 8 pounds of torque right off the line. That's what made the Demon so deadly in a drag race. Trust me, I know. I beat most people with the Dodge Demon, particularly in racing the 8 mile, because my 60-foot was the killer and nobody could run me down before the track was over. This new engine that Dodge is making, guys, I heard rumors of it. I finally had a chance to get a call from someone that gave me great inside information. I should be seeing that car tomorrow at SEMA. Guys, Dodge has took a play from some of the old handbooks, which is electrifying the supercharger. We all know about electric cars. Everybody's hearing things about electric cars. One thing about the supercharger that people don't realize is that it robs power away from the engine. Something has to spin that supercharger and get it going, and that's the engine. That's why a lot of guys love turbos, because turbos uses the exhaust from the engine. Some people call it free horsepower, but it's exhaust that's coming out of the engine. Now Dodge has come up with a way, something that Audi has done and some other people have done before in the past, but Dodge has a better solution for it, which is electrifying the supercharger. So that initial hit from the supercharger will be electrified to get you out of the hole, giving you more boost right off the jump street. Let's take a look at this engine right here that I have on the screen so you can kind of see an example of what I'm talking about and what makes this engine so deadly.
So traditionally, superchargers are run off of the engine. In this case, the engine is powering a 3 kilowatt generator, which is powering a 48 volt battery, which is then powering a 7 kilowatt electric motor, which is powering the compressor side, that compressor to pull in additional air to compensate for turbo lag. So Audi is calling this an electric powered compressor. You can think of it as an electric supercharger, where instead of the engine driving it, you have an electric motor driving that compressor wheel.
So guys, there you have it. So you know how Tesla takes off on the line and it's just boom, all that electricity gives you the instant torque. That's what Dodge is doing, the same thing. The problem that they're having though is that they wanted to run the car on E85. The thing with E85 is not all E85 is the same. It is the same, but not all pumps have the same E85. Dodge has to have some type of sensor to check the E85 that's going into your car to make sure it's pure E85. So in the area where I live at, we have a particular gas station. It's called Kroger's. And this Kroger's, everybody swears by it. It always has good E85. As a matter of fact, if you go and you check with your fuel tester, it's generally around E89. So it's a little bit better than the E85 that it's putting out. But one particular time, this gas station got some so-called E85 and it wasn't E85. It was real far down. And the guys that had their cars tuned up real high started popping their engines. This is the problem that Dodge is having, because not only do you have to put good E85 in the car to take advantage of all this instant power that Dodge is going to give you through this electric supercharger, you have to make sure that the sensor is able to read and detect from good E85 to bad E85 or low grade E85. One thing that I loved about the Dodge Demon is that you can put high octane fuel off in the car and they got the Demon down packed. If you were going down the track and your octane level was not high enough, it would flash on the screen and say, horsepower not available due to low octane level. The screen would flash. That would let you know that you were not doing 840 horsepower. A couple of times I would go to the drag strip. I'd get there a little early and I would either put some butane off in my regular gas to bring it up to 100 octane, or I would drive all my gas out and then I would put the high octane fuel off in my car. Sometimes I still had fuel in the lines and I didn't drive the fuel out of the lines. And I would get on the drag strip. I was so anxious to hurry up and get there and make a pass. It would come on the screen and it would flash and it would say octane level is not good enough. Therefore, you're not going to get the 840 horsepower. The problem with the E85 variant is that it's too hard for them to keep up with the different levels of E85 from different gas stations, which in turn, I personally believe is popping the engines. So if you look at this article clearly talks about how the CEO of Dodge is running into the problem. That's Tim Kuniskis. And basically it's saying that it's so challenging with this new car that they're trying to get out. This new car is supposed to be released at SEMA. I believe they're still going to release this new car tomorrow. I will be at SEMA tomorrow. If they release it, I will do a live and let you see this car. I think they probably got this thing figured out, but it's been throwing everybody fits. But as you can see off in here, man, this last call car is on the final last call is giving Dodge a lot of problems. And the problem is that it's blowing up the powertrain. You got to realize that when you take this supercharger and put it in the engine and you go up to a higher level of E85, the sensors have to read properly. And if any mistake happens, you stand a chance of blowing up a piston and putting a hole in your engine, grenading your engine. So I think Dodge is trying to be safe. They're trying to do it the right way. If you can look at that, he says, I think we got it figured out. If we don't blow up any more engines, is what Tim Kuniskis is saying. He said, we think we got it fixed, but I'm still holding my breath. Guys, it is, you're asking the car to do a lot, but I'm telling you, if they get this down, guys, this new car that they're going to run, it's going to have more horsepower than the Demon. It's going to be somewhere in the 909 range. It's going to give you instant torque off the line. Now, if you're going to use all that torque, you're going to have some type of transmission that's going to run that powertrain. Guys, I think Dodge is probably going to have to do something different with the transmission, because the current transmission that we have, the A8, the first gear is so steep in that A8. I'm thinking that Dodge is going to take lesson from drag racers and throw some type of dump valve into that transmission. That's my speculation. I don't know if that one is true, but that's my speculation. Because imagine if I'm giving you instant torque right off the line, I have to have a way to manage that power and slowly bring that power in. And we all know that racers do it all the time with turbo-based cars and so forth to soften the hit. And that's with your torque converter by using a dump valve, filling it up with fluid, letting that torque converter slip a little bit and ease you out of the hole. With this combination, guys, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a new day. It's going to be a new era. This last final car is going to be the one to have. I'm going to try my best to see if I can purchase one. I would love to have one for the channel, but I believe it's going to be an even steeper limited edition. From my understandings, one thing that you have to do to be able to get this car is you have to have purchased a Demon. So I'm already in with that. I've already purchased a Demon. That's going to be one of the things. And then I believe all those people who have purchased the Demon will be able to put their names into a bidding lottery, and then they will pool the winning tickets. So guys, pray for me that I get lucky, that I can put my name in the winning lottery. I did purchase a Dodge Demon from the start. So man, I hate to say it, a lot of guys are going to be pissed off because they're going to be left out. I believe Dodge gave us this letter for a particular reason. So you have to be the original owner of the Dodge Demon. So as you can see here, guys, this is where I purchased my Dodge Demon, and this is the letter that Dodge sent me about that Demon. From what I'm hearing, guys, you have to have originally purchased a Dodge Demon to be able to get in the drawing for this special limited edition vehicle. All right, guys, so that's it. as a quick recap, the limited edition vehicle will have an electronic supercharger, which is going to give you instant torque that's going to get you out of the hole and on the track to beat a lot of people at the drag strip. And it's going to have the option of running E85 fuel. Whew. Man, that's a big one. Guys, hope y'all like it. I will let you know tomorrow. Hey, if you want to see what it's like to use trans brake and stuff like that on the car, just go to this video that I'm going to have linked up here, and you'll see me going into that torque reserve where you hear the car going blah, 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 and it's cutting off certain cylinders, and it's allowing to spin the supercharger. That's only giving you 8 pounds of boost. Imagine if it's an electric supercharger and zap, you're getting all the boost already. Anyway, guys, I'm Demonology. You know what we doing. Snatching souls. We out. Peace. Hey, guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and also click the bell. Check out the videos up at the top. And if you get a chance, check out our merch store. Peace.